Right along. Time to welcome him back into the studio, David St. Romain. David's been sitting in while Hagai's been out for a couple weeks, and wanted to kind of take a different tack to talk about the business of entertainment. And hey, before we dive in, though, we were talking during the break about our last segment. And speaking of the business of entertainment, the former president being indicted, I mean,
it feels like entertainment,
doesn't it, though?
It's like we're looking at a modern day show in real time, but it's not fun.
Right.
It's not entertaining.
But let's walk through our recent history. Donald Trump didn't do this. Donald Trump did not make us think this way. We have been on this path for a long time. Now, Donald Trump is an exasperation of where we've been up until now. But having 24-hour news networks that have to fill 24-hour news cycles in order to sell commercials, they've got to have something that goes there. So, and granted, punditry is not new either, but it's taken a weird turn in the last 30 years or so, where the lines between news and editorial are long since gone, and the lines between news, editorial, and entertainment are just as blurred as well.
It is, and I think that when you look at the different mediums and the way that we're delivered news cycles, whether or not it's on TV, the creation of podcasting, and the I think being able to, add different access to news and not being controlled as much in certain areas, that I think that's made a big difference for and how we can receive it. I think so. Some people, some watch more of your just free flow, and some people watch the news cycle. And so, I don't know. There's no way to find a particular point on the timeline that says, here, this is where it went bad. This right here is where it went bad. Because it keeps going back and keeps going back.
Right.
It keeps going back.
What, back or forward.
Right. Well, I say back, I mean, like, we keep looking further back.
Oh, yeah.
Or, no, it started here.
Right.
No, it started here. Well, I mean, it's been going on since we signed that.
From the days that you first had a town crier to spread the news, there was someone sitting next to the town crier saying, he's full of it.
Right.
Right? And now you got an argument going, and an argument equals entertainment. But I don't need a former president being the one standing out there saying, are you not entertained?
Right. I mean, the words clickbait keep coming to my brain.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like because we're all on this one device, or we're all on this, this is where it's happening every day. This is how we reach individuals. It's, the marketers, madmen, they're smart. They know what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And by the way, within the term clickbait is the word bait.
Yes.
And that's the part that I don't understand why we can't get past it. Shut it off. That's detrimental to my own business. But, step away when you need the news, when you need to know what's going on, when you need to know if the sky outside is going to be orange tomorrow. Yes, dial in. Absolutely. Garner your information. But you need to stop it at the point. You need to stop it at the point where you're being told how to feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard something, I think, on the air the other day about it. When it was such a generalization of our opinion should be this way because it should be this way.
Right.
Instead of, and there was a name for it, and I'm not smart enough to remember what she said, and it was Nikki Haley talking about it in a speech, and not to dog her, because she was always one of my favorite individuals in the conservative party at one point, and I'm not telling my opinion on, whether or not who to vote for, but I know that, when she was speaking about we should feel this way because we should feel this way, I don't think that's a legitimate argument in any direction.
I agree with that.
I think we need to we need to create our opinions based on our own lives and how we, how we conduct them. So, but I feel like I mentioned it, and the whole reason we talked about this is because it feels like entertainment.
It does.
Feels like we're being entertained instead of we're in this real life soap opera. And it's, man, we got to step out and start being practitioners of real stuff.
Yeah. And leave the entertainment to the entertainers.
Yeah. Like maybe, some of our state, start focusing more on what's best for Louisiana, what's best for Baton Rouge,
right?
Capital Region.
Absolutely.
And your listening audience.
And when it's time for their entertainment, I like going to Live after 5. The spring season is done. I like going to Live after 5. The tagline, clock out and rock out.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'm done with the week. I don't want to think anymore. I don't want there to be like long-term financial repercussions. Like same thing with sports.
Yeah.
Sports should be an outlet, a venue for me to just enjoy the athletic performance, the teamwork. I don't need to be thinking of I don't even need to be thinking of long-term championship scenarios. I just want to watch them do something I can't.
I love it.
You know,
something you dream about at 40-something years old.
Right.
I wish I was that guy.
I tell you, when Tom Brady retired, it was a sad day because it meant I was no longer young enough to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Still did everything was fine.
Exactly. I can do that. Like
when you have feats of strength like that or feats of athleticism, you're going to have competition. When you're going to have competition, you're going to have winners and losers. And I get that, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate the drive to win and the want to win. We all want to win. Some of us want to lose or hate to lose more than we love to win. But at the same time, though, I don't want that to be a worry. I don't want worry. I just want enjoyment.
Yeah. Well, and you have two different. I think you have a different type of fan,
right?
And even in music, it's the same way. You have your hardcore fans who are diehards. As soon as you make a different style of music, they're like, "What are you doing? You just sold out to the man because you're trying to be on the radio." Or and I think my wife can be that way a little bit with music. Sorry,
whoa,
I love you, baby. But then you have your LSU fans who are who don't leave them, but they're really angry when they're not winning.
Yeah,
and we've seen that when coaches get fired in the middle of the season or we which doesn't happen often with LSU. I think they've done well with holding off until they have to. But I'm optimistic when it comes to our region, and that's why I wanted to talk with you more about that stuff because I think
let's dive in.
I think we all know, number one, and I don't want to get political at all, but crime is the number one reason that we can't bring more people in my opinion, into our area.
Let me reset. David St. Remain's our guest. We've been talking about the business of entertainment for the past couple of weeks now. And one of the things that we wanted to talk about, or we have been kind of dancing around a little bit, is why doesn't Baton Rouge get bigger, better concerts, more frequent festivals? I mentioned Live After 5, you get Sundays in the Park, you get the Blues Festival. Those things are great, but ultimately, when are we going to get back to, can we get to a point where we'd have 2 to 3 Bayou Country Superfest level performances, level events throughout the year? So,
and doing my research over the last week with talking about this subject, it probably has more to do with just the cities. It has to do with the market of live concerts. Like, how hard is it to put on a Wharf level concert or a Bayou? It's extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of investment. And so
you've got that much talent pouring onto one stage. You've got that much talent who's likely touring.
It costs a lot of money.
So yes, they're going to cost a lot of money. We're going to talk about that on the back end after break. But it also costs. There's also a logistical factor here.
Where are they? How do you catch them in the right time?
If you want them, they're in demand. If they're in demand, other people want them too.
Right.
And so how do you get that many acts all crossing through the 10-12 corridor at one
the same time? Exactly. So we, I think as our planners and our city planners, our Visit Baton Rouge folks, everybody's really trying to do everything they can, but we're all fighting the same problem.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem that we actually have any control over. And so the best thing that we can continue to do, and I know is it 5 seconds, did she say? I'm going to shut
45, up. No, we got 45 seconds. Go ahead.
I'll make it quick. So basically what after talking with some of the folks and just, again, I can't do anything but lift everyone because everyone really is trying to do the best that we can. Absolutely. From economic drivers, like within entertainment, film, hotels, just across the board. We're all trying to lift this city and region. So we'll talk more about that.
We will. We're going to take a break here. We're going to check your money now. We're going to check traffic. When coming back, David St. Remain's with us. He's going to have some numbers comparing how metropolitan areas do. I want to dig into what Barbara Freiberg did. State Representative Barbara Freiberg got some work done on this front within this legislative session. So we'll dig in on both of those right after this break here on Talk 107.3 FM. Coming up on 647. Let me go get that bill for you.
I'm so sorry about my dang alarm. It's a thank the man alarm. So at least it's that. Sorry, man. I feel like I'm a little bit wacky today. I feel like everything's a little wacky today. I mean, not what we're, we were on it there. We closed it right. My alarm threw me off, and I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, I want to see this bill. I should have printed it out. I love this. Tax rebate on a mission. Huh. Yes. Dude. Love this is right at the heart of what we were talking about.
She got some work done.
Literally at the heart of what we were talking about.
Look, Barbara Freiberg is not the most outspoken representative we have. Barbara Freiberg is not the glitzy, glamorous, like gonna grab the headlines person. She got some work done.
It's pretty large numbers, but you got to really. May lower those thresholds. Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty high. 10,000. If we can go to 5,000
People,
I can, like, that's what I'm trying to build.
Here's the thing.
How do you bring outside dollars for 5,000 people?
Right.
Like, you want to get those outside dollars.
So I think we're trying to eat an elephant in one bite.
I don't
The
disagree.
war didn't start overnight. Jazz Fest didn't start overnight. But these are things on the people who are in demand, the entertainers who are in demand. This is on their calendar, right? They want to be there ahead of time.
Yeah.
So is there a way to start something, grow something organically, and within 5 years, maybe a little bit longer than 5 years, but within about 5 years, have the next big thing there?
So my thought is not necessarily to build it, but 5,000 seated and then standing.
Yeah.
You can have another 5,000.
Do we have a meeting next Monday? We had a meeting this Monday, right? All right. I'm gonna get somebody on the wildfires on Monday. What were you saying?
No. It's not born. Okay, son. I don't want to sidetrack us. Sometimes I'm better. Bring It is Brack's 5-year strategic plan. Amenities, like, I need to see that. I haven't seen that. I need to see that survey too. Yeah, we've seen this work for Bayou Country Superfest. They must have gave them a tax rebate.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I never knew.
I didn't know if it was a tax rebate or something hammered out with Quinn Davis individually.
Oh, here we go. 2% sales tax rebate for most of the years.
All right.
So they didn't pay.
Hey, morning, Christy.
I don't remember if I read the answers. So General Hospital was the number one.
By the way, the question, because it was like 6 years ago, David's still popular. Are we back? What you got going this weekend? You working?
I'm playing Sunday. I've been teaching Vacation Bible School at St. George every day from 8 to 12.
Number one answer, General Hospital, Young and the Restless, All My Children, Days of Our Lives, Passions, One Life to Live. I don't even, yeah. Guiding Light.
What was the CW before? Was the CW? Was it the WB or something? Anyway, I want to say that's where that was. I could be wrong.
What monster scares you the most?
Oh God! Everyone's going to answer a political monster.
See?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Leave politics out of it. What monster scares you the most?
Actual monster from a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we already know who the monsters are. I don't know what to do. Is that your end?
Yeah, we're coming back.
I love it.
.653 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. We got David St. Romain in the house. Don't give me any garbage about this jam.
I
got a teenage daughter too.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with a little Selena Gomez to start your morning.
No comment.
That's a tacit endorsement.
Yes.
That's a
musical.
Let's say I've got the Wizards of Waverly Place scenes running in the back of my head at all times.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll stick there.
Although, what happened to Debbie Ryan? Hey, Jesse was awesome, and then she tried to do a musical thing, and then faded quick.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
What's killing me is that I didn't even know that Christy was old enough for you to know these shows. I mean, Carrie was old enough for you to know these shows.
Yeah, we were a lot of Hey Jesse and Hey Jesse. There was a little bit of Wizards of Waverly Place. What was it? Sunny with a Chance?
Yeah.
Which
with
he left.
Victorious.
That was Nick.
And
that was Nickelodeon.
Victorious?
Was Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
She was not the star.
Yeah.
She became the biggest star of all.
I'll tell you, the one that I would watch, even if my daughter wasn't even in the room, was it Good Luck Charlie?
Yeah, that was actually a good show.
Oh, Baby.
Really well written show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about an actual segment here?
We do need to dive back in.
We do ADD chicken a lot, but okay.
That's all right.
So I love this bill. I just want to tell you.
Let me hit reset.
I know. You got to tell me more. I'm so excited.
We're still working through with David the difference between Facebook during the breaks because we keep the conversation going.
I mean, it doesn't stop.
I know. All right. Legislation passed over the last weekend in the state legislature aimed at attracting more large festivals. I'm grabbing this from the Business Report, by the way. More festivals and concerts to East Baton Rouge Parish was inspired by incentives granted to the Bayou Country Superfest. It was filed by Representative Barbara Freiberg, HB 450, if you want to go look it up. It allows East Baton Rouge Parish to offer a local sales tax rebate on admission to major live music and entertainment events that meet minimum paid attendance requirements.
So that rebate is for the promoters. Let's make that clear.
Absolutely.
Yes, not for the attendees who's listening out
if the promoter has more wiggle room, the promoter can use those dollars to bring in bigger acts. Absolutely. You're lowering the cost of doing business for the promoter. It worked. It worked with Bayou Country Superfest.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Bayou Country Superfest got better every year that it was here.
Yeah. Well, for us, I don't know about the festival productions. I think they pulled out because the last year was not profitable.
Really?
And in my opinion, here, at least in Baton Rouge, from my understanding, now these are all just wags, they call that, a wild, guess.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't have numbers to back that up, but from what I was told, who is involved with FPI, Festival Productions International, did tell me that they moved to New Orleans from a financial standpoint.
Okay. So I thought there were other concerns around, like they had to pull out for 1 year.
Again,
go back.
Wasn't involved in that. Go back
planning. In time. Why am I thinking there was something going on in Tiger Stadium that booted him for a year?
You may be right.
Like a complete resodding or resurfacing or something to that effect.
Yeah, and somebody
once
could probably
they were in New Orleans, they realized, hey, it's cheaper here, but it wasn't playing well.
The main thing for me was the first time we got together here 3 weeks ago, we talked about this exact thing. Why are they not bringing festivals Memorial Day weekend to Baton Rouge, to the capital city? And I explained to you off air, that there are some difficulties getting in some of our venues. And it's not because they're not willing to allow those concerts to come in. It's just more fun, fiscally easier to do shows in, say, Lamar Dixon or even in North Park, in that level of shows. How do we bring the level of show that Bayou Country Superfest, or even maybe a little smaller, back to Baton Rouge? You're looking at it right.
This is a big chunk of it.
This is huge.
This is a big chunk of it. Yes.
It says 2% of the. That's how Bayou Country Superfest got a 2% sales tax rebate. That means everything that was spent during that concert, right, and tickets, they did not pay 2% of that tax that they would have paid. That's a huge amount of money.
Right. When you talk about the number of tickets that are sold, absolutely.
When the generated dollar was just off tickets and concessions.
Now, these dollars are one thing, but there's also a number of other, you have to have more interested players as well.
Hospitality.
This alone, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
This alone is not going to be the game changer for Visit Baton Rouge. Visit Baton Rouge gets paid off of butts and beds.
Right.
So we need a level of concert that is going to have people stay
outside.
over. Why is the Downtown Business Association or Downtown Business Association so dialed in on Live After 5? Because after the concert, people go out downtown.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
Like, what is the end for Visit Baton Rouge? So what do we need? What kind of numbers would we need as far as the attendance of a concert or a festival to make it worthwhile for our hotels and motels?
Right.
Nope. Just the hotels. Stay out the motels.
Right. Well, there aren't many motels downtown. But I think that mainly, and not only hotel in our hospitality, but transportation. You know, how do we parking, things that matter, safety. Again, you know, if you're parking in an outdoor parking lot, it's scary for a woman, you know, or even a man.
You know,
to be
the thing is, though, safety is more a matter of perception than anything else.
It is.
You know what we need to do?
I know we can go so long.
We've only got 1 minute left here. We need to have a further conversation with Whitney Hoffman-Sale from the Downtown Development District, because safety is the perception of safety is an issue. Safety is not.
Right. The numbers are not showing that we are
not in downtown.
Okay.
You get outside of downtown and you can lose it quick.
Right, but downtown itself is actually unsafe when we look at statistics.
Statistically, it is safe. One of the safest areas in all of Baton Rouge.
But we're not broadcasting that enough. Maybe the communication needs to be put out there.
Whoa, why am I taking that personally?
Wow.
Oh,
I love you, Brian.
I love you too. We gotta call it for now. We're gonna figure out how to continue this conversation in the very near future, because it does need to be had. It could be a game changer. The repercussions could be a game changer for Baton Rouge. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Make some things happen. Brian.
Absolutely. We got news coming your way. Hour 2's up next, right here on Talk 107.